Hey, what's going on, Internet Champions? It's Marquise, Money Mike Williams from MarquiseWilliams.com. Checking in from my home down in here in beautiful, hot Atlanta, Georgia. I had a fantastic Easter yesterday. Enjoyed some time with my babies, dyeing some eggs and just sitting back and relaxing and being at rest. 2012 has been a phenomenal year. The first quarter has had some tremendous transformation. I mean, we've been kicking off with a 90-day total life makeover. You know, if you've been tuning in with us, we talked a little bit about not being perfect, but perfecting the day. We talked a little bit about, what else did we talk about? We talked about letting some things pass. You know, sometimes you got to let some things pass. And today I want to talk about planning. I want to talk to you a little bit about planning. See, me, I don't plan anymore. I don't plan for events. You know, sometimes you have big presentations, you have these big trainings that come up, and you got to get ready, you got to plan, you got to study. I remember one of my mentors used to stay up all night getting his presentation ready and getting things together. I used to do it too, but now I don't plan for events anymore. You know why? Because you never know when they're coming. You never know when the opportunity is going to pop up. The phone's going to ring and say, hey, I need you tomorrow. Hey, I need you to take care of this next week. And if you haven't planned for it, you might be unprepared for it. So what I started doing is I started planning for the process. I started preparing for the process. See, when you prepare for the process, you know, you're already ready. Sometimes you're not gonna know when it's gonna happen for you. I remember I used to do a lot of performances. You know, I'm a b-boy at heart. I tell you guys that all the time. You know, and I used to practice. I used to prepare, because you never know. You might be at a show and somebody might say, hey, mic check, come rock something real quick. Hey, I need you to do this tomorrow. And if you're not prepared, then you're going to get up there looking like a fool, right? You're going to get up there and it might hurt you more than it might help you. So I'm here to tell you, you got to get ready for the process. I mean, I saw that with the NBA lockout, even the NFL lockout. You know, there were some people during the lockout, they sat back on their couch and they kept eating Twinkies. I remember the first lockout, the Rain Man, Sean Kemp did that. He came back fat and overweight. His career was never the same. Well, the same thing happened here. But with this condensed season, some people were just sitting back chilling, right? Some people were relaxing, saying, hey, I don't think we're going to have a season. It might happen, it might not. And then other people were saying, hey, I'm a professional. I'm going to get in the gym and I'm going to make it happen. So even if the season isn't as long, even if we don't have the normal season, I'm still going to be prepared. And that's how you have to be, you guys. See, there's always two types of groups, two types of people. There's groups of people who plan for events, and if the event doesn't happen, if the event doesn't show up, then they don't show up. They just kicking back. They chilling. They're relaxing. And then there's the other type of group that's hungry. Their stomach is growling. And they want it as bad as they want to breathe. They want it so bad that whether it happens or not, they're going to be getting up, they're going to be getting out, and they're going to be ready to make it happen. And that's my question for you today. Are you ready to make it happen? Are you ready to take your life to the next level where you want it so bad that you want it more than you can breathe? See, I don't plan. I prepare. I stay prepared for the process because I'm a professional. They once said that success is when luck meets opportunity, right? That's what they said it is. Well, if you create your own luck, when the opportunity comes, boom, you're already successful. I remember when I first started doing business presentations. You know, I used to see people when I first got started in the industry, I used to see people rock some presentations. My mentor, owner of my company, Paul Jones, rock the building. My boy Rico McDaniel, rock the building. I used to just sit there and watch. My man Justin Halverson, rock the building. I used to always say, man, I want to do that. I want to be the person at the front of the room giving the presentation. So I used to go home and I used to practice. I used to sit in front of the mirror and I used to practice. I used to practice my jokes. I used to practice my facial expressions. I used to practice my movements and how I would do certain things. So when my opportunity came, boom, I nailed it. Nobody knew that this cat that was just always sitting over to the side, it was slowly getting his results. Nobody knew that he'd be able to rock the room like I was able to rock the room. Nobody knew when I was doing videos, when my man Cedric told me, man, Money Mike, you're great at doing videos. You need to just start practicing and start doing videos. Nobody knew when I started doing videos that I would be a natural in front of the camera. But what they didn't know is that I was at home practicing. I was going through takes. I was cutting off the takes. I was doing it until I got comfortable in front of the camera. I was doing the presentation until I got comfortable doing the presentation. Some of you, you're never going to be. You're never going to have, you're never going to do, because you're waiting for God to part the clouds and reach down and say, this is it. You're waiting for that opportunity to come, and you have to make the opportunity. What you really have to do is you have to go into the future. My man E.T. said this, you have to go into the future and see what you really want. See what you really desire. And then you got to come back to the present and work hard. You got to bust your butt to make it happen. See, if you don't realize it's up to you to make it happen, then who else is gonna realize it? So remember, we talked about, hey, you don't have to be perfect, but you do have to perfect the day. You have to take what you have to do in this day, and you have to get good at it. You got to perfect the day, your routine, schedule for success. And then some things you got to pass on. And I'm not just talking about bad things. Of course you want to pass on the bad things, but sometimes you got to pass on the good things too, right? If you're focused, and somebody says, hey, I got this affiliate program. Hey, you need to take a look at this program. You got to have that laser beam focus. You got to say, nah, I'll pass on that. You making $20,000 a month? That's cool, but I'm going to pass on that. Why? Because I'm focused on what I'm doing. Because I'm focused on my opportunity. I'm focused on my blessing. I'm focused on my moment. That's right. It doesn't have to be bad things, but sometimes the good stuff is going to keep you from great stuff. That's right, because what you got right now is great. If you're working with Money Mike, then what you got is greatness, baby. You need to put a crown on your head because what you got is greatness. And you can't let something good that comes along. You can't let a little bit of affiliate money, a little bit more money from this revenue stream come and stop you from what we are doing together. Another thing, you have to ask yourself, what are you willing to give up? You know, some of you are giving up a lifestyle, giving up a destiny for vices. Yes, that's right, for vices, sex, sports, recreational things, dinking around on the computer. You gotta have it. You gotta have your activity. You gotta feed your need. But you giving up the greatness that God has for you. You giving up the sweet spot that you have just waiting for you in your life. And you gotta stop. You giving up lifestyle. You're giving up your dreams for a vice. Just let it go. You gotta let it go. So lastly, I'm going to tell you, stop planning, you guys. Start preparing. Start always being prepared. So when that opportunity comes, when that phone call comes, when that email, that Skype comes, you're ready to go ahead and knock it out the park. Start preparing and getting ready so that when you get there, it's a done deal. Say goodbye to the past. Embrace the future because it's here. Without struggle, there's no progress. But understand, champions aren't born. They're made, baby. So let's make you into a champion. Let's take your life to the next level. Stop living on potential and start living off your gifts. This is Marquise Money Mike Williams. I know I've got it in long today, but I love you. Go to MarquiseWilliams.com. Join the Champions newsletter. We talked about planning today. Make sure you stay tuned, and I'm going to see you on the next video.